What's up, lords and ladies? Welcome back to another video on this channel. So in today's video, I decided to put together a video on how to breed bearded dragons. Now, this has been a video a lot of you guys have been requesting for me to do. However, I've been a little bit hesitant on making it simply because I don't think that, everyone who owns a bearded dragon needs to breed their bearded dragons, because they are a very common reptile in our community. However, I did want to put together this video on a more educational standpoint and show you guys some of the behaviors that bearded dragons will show when they want to breed. So even if you own just one, maybe you're curious on why your bearded dragon is scratching, why your bearded dragon isn't eating, maybe why your bearded dragon is acting weird lately. So this might actually help some of you guys out there in identifying some signs that your bearded dragons might be showing. So I am going to be making these videos into parts. So this is going to be part one, and I'm going to mostly be focusing on the behaviors of bearded dragons when they want to breed and show you the difference between the male and the female. That way some of you guys could maybe learn a thing or two and identify why your bearded dragon is acting so different and weird. So with that being said, let's get started with this video. Let's go. But before we go, did you guys really think, nah man, like there's no way that you guys just think I'm gonna just start a video just normal. No. This is Lord Alliance channel. This is Lord Alliance channel. Like, I don't even have to say anything nowadays. Like, you already know what time it is. We gotta zoom in. Woo, baby. Man, it's a new day, a new video, a new zoom in. Like, did you guys not notice the plants at the back? Okay, that's a dead plant. What is this? But this plant, like, damn, man, that plant be looking nice lately. Like, jeez, we got another one down here too. Like, what? Lord Lion's getting new plants. Ignore the dead ones. Okay, I know, I get it. There's still dead plants in my background. But we needed to zoom in and give 15 seconds of this self-appreciation, man. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out now. But seriously, I'm really excited for this video and finally sharing you guys some of the knowledge that I picked up from breeding bearded dragons. So with that being said, let's get started with this video. Let's go. Okay, so when it comes to breeding bearded dragons and their behaviors, the very first thing that you obviously need is a male and a female. So this right here happens to be my female bearded dragon, BB, and as you can see, she is already getting a little bit chunky lately. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, well, I've been mentioning it a lot in my videos lately, but BB did get sick last year, so she is on recovery mode, and lately she's been eating, so that goes to show her belly right there. So I'm really happy that she's back to her normal self, but she's actually not going to be breeding this year. I don't have any plans on actually breeding my bearded dragons. I might just breed one, but that would be about it. So for female bearded dragons, you really want to get them up to size, to a recommended size. So you don't want to breed them if they're too small, because then there's more chances of them getting sick and ill than actually producing babies. So you want to make sure that your female bearded dragons have good fats, a nice chunky tail, as well as big enough to hold some babies. Now, as you can see, this is more or less what a male bearded dragon when he wants to breed would act like. And BB is not having it either. So it's a very aggressive kind of dance that they do. So this is main reason why you don't always want to house, two bearded dragons together, because imagine this happening every single day. So I'm mostly showing you this for behavior, to educational purposes and kind of a behavior standpoint. But yeah, BB looks like she wants to eat Wilbert. Oh my goodness, BB, calm down. BB, damn. And this is exactly what I mean. Like, BB is the female in this, and she's acting like the male, or very dominant. So you definitely need to be careful. This can be a very kind of aggressive process, so you do need to be watching them. And this is with the glass in front. If I was to put them inside, they would go nuts. So you do need to be there and watching them as well. But this is a really good sign, I would believe, for a bearded dragon that wants to breed. BB really wants to breed, and Wilbur at the same time is showing signs that wants to breed as well. So if I was to put them in there, man, there will be a lot of love making. BB, calm down, okay, girl? Chill. Now, males would always... Ooh. Okay, so as you can see, if I was to put this male inside with BB, he would also head bob and try to mate her. So it's something that you always need to be watching. You don't want to be putting in two bearded dragons together, because they will try to breed each other, especially a male and female eventually will try to breed. This little guy is not as aggressive as Wilbur, but man, you do need to be careful, because even though they're not, you know, as aggressive and as crazy, they will want to breed. So you do need to be watching on that. Another key sign when it comes to breeding, and the females will show it a lot, is that they would actually be scratching in their enclosure. Now, I don't know if you guys could see this right now, but basically Sansa here is actually showing signs of wanting to breed. You know, female bearded dragons might tend to, you know, scratch the substrate they're in and basically, you know, try to make a nest almost for the eggs. So her belly is being full, but it doesn't mean that she's been paired, because she hasn't been with another male. So even though she is showing signs of having eggs, she actually has not been paired to any of my males. So that's something that you will notice that your female bearded dragons might do from time to time. So you do want to give them something that they could dig. So I do have some sand that I actually put in there in a different container that I allow my female bearded dragons to dig. So this girl over here is showing signs of wanting to breed. So like I was showing you earlier, we have Sansa. Now, as you can see, Sansa is not as big as my other bearded dragons, but she is still showing signs to want to breed. Bearded dragons, you know, when they're around the 1 year mark, they start to already want to mature and breed. However, it's recommended that you wait 2 years for a female, sometimes even 3. She's not so happy that I'm talking about her. But you really want to make sure that they're nice and big and mature, but they are going to be showing signs. Now, Sansa, right, she's about 1.5 years old, but she still has a little bit more growing to go. She's actually showing signs that she wants to breed, and you could kind of see eggs sort of forming in her belly, but she would reabsorb these. You know, most females will reabsorb their eggs. It's really rare that your bearded dragon will go through the whole entire pregnancy and lay the eggs, but they can lay eggs even if the male isn't present. So if you do have a female bearded dragon and you see her scratching around, she actually might even have eggs. And the really good way that you could tell, is actually by feeling her belly. So you actually might even feel lumps, and I could sort of feel something in her stomach, but it's nothing too huge, so I don't really think it's eggs, right? And there hasn't been any males with her, so if they are eggs, they're not, you know, fertile. So it's something that you need to keep an eye on, because the last thing you want is your bearded dragon to be pregnant and you not know about it. So Sansa here, you know, is showing signs that she wants to breed. Even though I am not planning on breeding her, she is still showing signs that she wants to breed. All right, so another important thing that you need to take into account when it comes to breeding bearded dragons is their size. So BB right now is sitting at 383. Oh, she's losing weight. So she's sitting at about 380. Why are you losing weight? So she is sitting at 380 grams. So she is a, you know, chunky little girl. So she is about 4 years old. So, you know, she's fully matured, as well as she has a good amount of size to her. Even though she did get sick, she still managed to retain a good amount of weight. But usually that is the weight recommended that you breed your bearded dragons if you do decide to breed them, because the last thing you want is a bearded dragon to be too small and not be able to produce eggs that, you know, are fully healthy, as well as you want your bearded dragon to be healthy as well throughout the pregnancy. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to like get this guy to like come on the scale, but it's not happening. But what I was gonna say about the male bearded dragons is that these guys don't need to be that huge to breed. These guys actually mature a lot faster, so they will be probably at least ready to breed within a year. So if you see your bearded dragon and you have a male and he's head bobbing and he has a black beard like that, even though there's no female present, he is showing signs to want to breed at least, as well as he's showing signs of dominance. There's so much, you know, little things that might trigger him to get a black beard. In this case, he kind of sees the reflection of BB because the enclosures are behind me. He's kind of like looking around. See, like right now he sees her, so he's gonna probably start head bobbing. I know you want it. Okay, he's on. Oh my goodness, why are you so crazy, man? So he sees the female. He's like, what's up, girl? Case where he would act crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Holy oh my goodness. But Wilbur is sort of in an extreme case of, like, you know, how crazy some males can get. But, you know, if you do see your bearded dragon with a black beard and head bobbing, don't be alarmed and don't think that he's going crazy. He might just be wanting to breed, or at least showing dominance, and it's kind of a thing what they do when they hit puberty. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, Wilbur, you're so crazy. Now, once you got your bearded dragons up to weight and they are both mature in age, then you can now introduce your male to your female. Now, I'm gonna basically just demonstrate quickly with Wilbur, but I'm gonna obviously be here and not let anything happen. But as you can see, whoa. Okay, guys, behave. As you can see, Wilbur and BB basically would mate just about any time right now. So they're kind of just like oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So this is a very interactive as well as very aggressive looking process. So I don't recommend any of you guys to do this, but for educational purposes, I'm going to show you guys how the male behaves when basically housed with a female. The female would mostly kind of act very submissive, and the male would kind of like head bob and kind of go around her, and then eventually would actually bite her here, and she would kind of like fling her arms here to kind of like tell him to get off, and the mating would begin. Now, Wilbur is actually acting pretty calm right now, which is kind of crazy. Now, when it comes to eggs, I actually have this incubator that I built, in which I basically incubate eggs. There's actually nothing in here right at this moment, but I am expecting some ball python eggs that I'll be popping up in here. So it's pretty straightforward. I did make videos on how I made this, so I might put them in the link in the description, as well as I might update you guys on how I built them. But I got some egg crates here for bearded dragon eggs and ball python eggs as well, that I basically put in all of these, you know, containers, as well as this incubator is actually plugged into a thermostat, but it's not plugged in right now because you know, I don't have anything incubated. But all of this is kind of connected, and believe it or not, this is actually a wine fridge. So I was able to convert a wine fridge into an incubator, and kind of, you know, all of these would have eggs in them. So I'd kind of have them stacked up like this, and each of them would have eggs in them. Of course, if I'm only gonna have bearded dragon and eggs in here, I'll only have bearded dragon eggs. But right now I'm actually gonna be incubating some ball python eggs in the future. So, you know, having an incubator is really important when trying to breed your reptiles. So, you know, especially bearded dragons. So when I do get bearded dragon eggs, I'll make a separate video on how to incubate eggs, so that way you guys could get a more kind of hands-on video with actual eggs and me not just like pretending there's eggs in here. But you definitely need an incubator when it comes to breeding any reptile. Now, a lot of attention is gonna go into the female's care when it comes to breeding. Like for instance, making sure that they have the proper supplements like calcium as well as vitamin D3. The last thing you want to do is breed your bearded dragon and it does produce eggs, but it doesn't have the proper nutrients or the proper you know, fats and calcium for it to produce the eggs, and it actually takes a big toll on the body and your bearded dragon gets sick. You do have to be supplementing and giving them the proper diet so they could build healthy eggs, as well as maintaining a good amount of weight, and you know, they don't get sick at the end. Now, something that I do with some of my bearded dragons, especially the female bearded dragons that need a little bit extra boost, is actually give them a multivitamin. This comes in a liquid form that you kind of give it in a syringe, but you know, you definitely need to do your research before, you know, giving any of your bearded dragons some extra vitamins or extra you know, anything, because the last thing you want to do is give them too much and they actually get sick from giving them a little bit too much stuff. But it's something I've been doing with BB because she did get sick earlier, you know, last year. So it's something I've been kind of doing with her. But basically I just get some vitamin and she already know what's coming. Oh my god, she literally ate it, BB. You didn't even give me a chance. But she really likes this. It kind of has like a blueberry flavor, I guess. Okay, I guess she doesn't like it, but it kind of has like a blueberry flavor to it. And I don't give her too much, but I do give her a nice dose, or a recommended dose. And I did purchase this online, so I will put the link in the description down below. But if you do purchase from them, you know, this is like some free advertisement, man. You better tell them I sent you there. Like, we need some promotion in this too, man. Like you need to send them an email being like, Lord of Lion sent me here, so they could be like, who is Lord of Lion? We need to promote and sponsor this guy. Well guys, that is it for this video. I did want to make this video short and just kind of highlight some behaviors that bearded dragons will show when they want to breed. This, like I mentioned at the beginning, this is part 1 to how to breed your bearded dragon. I do plan on putting together a playlist so you guys could just kind of go through the different things that you need to breed bearded dragons, because you know, if I was here to kind of just throw all the information that I possibly can, I think this video would be, you know, maybe 1 or 2 hours long, because you know, there's incubating eggs, there's also you know, what to do when babies hatch, there's also, you know, what to do when your bearded dragon is laying eggs, you know, some emergencies that you might run into through your bearded dragon's pregnancy. So there's so much more that goes in there, and I'm here to kind of help in any way that I possibly can. So if you do have any questions, follow me on Instagram at _Lord of Lion. Send me a message. I'll try to reach out to you guys and help you guys in whatever way I possibly can. But right now it is getting late, as you guys could kind of see, and I've been working on a couple of videos. So like, I don't even know what time it is right now, but it is getting late. I do need to work on much more videos, so definitely stay posted. Subscribe to this channel if you guys haven't. I'm Lord of Lion. Keep the blood pumping, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace. You gotta hit that notification, hit that notification, hit that notification button, baby. You gotta hit that notification, hit that notification.